Shalom Yasharala, giving all praise and glory to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I've been going through evil spirits and demons in people, which is nothing but those that sin against the Most High's rules and regulations, His laws, statutes, commandments, really. And I want to continue in that. As always, I'm going to start out with Colossians 3:17, and whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. Give thanks to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob for everything. These words be praised for everything, and we thank Him for everything. So I want to go into the law, how we got to put evil away from us, and which is sin, really. Let's go to Deuteronomy 13th chapter. And we're going to do a lot of reading today. So I read from the King James 6:11 Bible. But it's going to be a lot that we're going to see pertaining to us and how we were and dealings, how we dealt with each other. There's nothing new under the sun. So we look at this, and there are examples there, like I showed you last night. There's examples that we have to look at so that, we don't fall into evil. So, Deuteronomy 13th chapter, verse 1, it says, if there arise among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams, and gives thee a sign or a wonder. So this is what's going to happen. I dreamed this. They say that all the time. Most High showed me this or whatever, a dreamer of a dream, or give you a sign or a wonder, right? So it says, and the sign or the wonder come to pass, what they said, it come to pass, it happens, whereof he spake unto thee, saying, let us go after other gods. So somebody is saying, let us go up unto other gods. To me, now it's like, you need to leave the truth and understand that you have in this Bible and come follow me and become a Jehovah's Witness. To me. Might not be like that to you. Or come on over here with me and be a Catholic. And say, what they're going to teach me beyond what I know and what I've learned through the Spirit of the Most High and holy men that came before me, that laid the foundation, that planted and I watered and received the increase from the Most High. But they come and say, let us go after other gods, which thou hast not known, and let us serve them. So that's something I haven't known. But I know from my studies of how it is to be in a religion, any of these religions that's on this earth today. Stop dealing with the truth and come over here and follow me. Sound familiar to me, Even though not said that way, but still come and go backwards to go into something that's not really dealing with the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Nationality, as this book is talking to us as the Israelites. And all you that is all up in these religions, then it's talking to you too. Because we didn't follow any religion. You won't find no religion in this Bible. Bringing it on home today, you see. But somebody will say, hey, come on over here to this church and follow what this pastor is saying that's not dealing with thus say the Most High's word. Precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little. You see? Thou shalt not hearken unto the words of that prophet. You hear what he said? So when you know this, you ain't listening to them people. Trying to pull you away from the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua. This knowledge which you understand that you know, precept upon precept, all these different topics that you have and knowing, and you're going to go somewhere and someone give you 3 scriptures and you're going to be following that. And watching people run around the church like a chicken with his head cut off. They say that's the Holy Ghost, the Holy Spirit. When it's defined, the Holy Spirit is defined in the Bible. Everything is defined here. Come on now. Traditions of men. Thou shalt not hearken unto the words of that father. Say, don't listen to him or that dreamer of dreams. For the Most High, your power proveth you to know whether you love the Most High, your power with all your heart, with all your mind, and with all your soul. Every fiber of material that the Most High made us of, you see. He gonna prove us to see if we really real. And he gonna prove you if you really real. And you're gonna see this the last days. This could be the last message that's coming to you to wake you up. Or Got a choice to choose life or death. You're going to choose death? That's what you want. You shall walk after the Most High, your power, and fear him. Be afraid of him. Be scared of him. When it comes out of the Bible, fear don't mean be afraid, right? But whenever you get your heart start jumping, something scare you, you know about that. That's what he said, be like that to him. Understand? All you that's so I might say have so much power, or you're arrogant. Put it like that. You're real arrogant. You're real prideful. You ain't nothing gonna scare you, right? You don't scare the most side don't scare you, right? But look, at 2nd Ezra 8, let's look at the angels, okay? And you know, angels came down to the earth and men fainted when the angels came before them. So let's see what the angels doing. In 2nd Ezra 8:21, he said, we saw here say, you shall walk after the Most High, your power, and fear him, right? What are the angels doing before him? 2nd Ezra 8:21, whose throne is inestimable, cannot, his Most High's throne, his powers and authority can't be measured. Whose glory may not be comprehended. His glory may not be comprehended. Before whom the hosts of angels do what? That's the army of angels. Do what? Stand with trembling before him, saying, holy, 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 consistently, probably faster than I can say it. And you can say it. Consistently before the Most High. Stand with trembling, though. That's why it says, to go before the Most High, it said, with groanings that's so sad beyond our imagination. We can't get that sad. But the Hamashiach Yahushua is going before the Most High with sadness that we can't even get that sad. You see, he said they trembling. He's an angel. Sit on the right hand side of the Most High. But recognize, he said, ye shall walk after the Most High your power and fear him and keep his commandments and obey his voice. And ye shall serve him and cleave unto him, cleave unto the Most High. And that prophet or that dreamer of dreams shall be put to death, because he has spoken to turn you away from the Most High your power, which brought you out of the land of Egypt, and redeemed you out of the house of bondage, to thrust thee out of the way which the Most High thy power commanded thee to walk in. So shalt thou put the evil away from the midst of thee. That's what we're looking at. See, you can't say you righteous when you're dealing with these wicked, evil spirits, demonic spirits. That's demons having you, talking to you, trying to pull you away from the Most High and what it is that you know. And you understand from reading this Bible and studying. You know. You have no reason going backwards. They talking about backsliding. That's really backsliding from the Most High, though. Not from no religion. They say you backslid, but they talking about leaving from being around them in their religion. No, you backslide from being in touch with the true power, the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Understand, overstand this. That's why he said, you're going to take the evil away from you. If thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, or the wife of thy bosom, or thy friend, which is as thine own soul, entice thee secretly, come to you secretly, by themselves, saying, let us go and serve other gods. Let us go and serve other powers, which thou hast not known. Thou know thy fathers. Here we are now. You mean to tell me Moses, Joshua, and all the prophets knew about this dude? Knew about him. You're going to tell me they knew about him? This Edomite. And there are people saying, come and follow them. During the time we're reading here. It's something new. And our people believe that that's Mashiach Yahushua. That's Joseph and Mary. As Edomites. That's why he said, if thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, or the wife of thy bosom, or thy friend, which is as thine own soul, entice thee secretly, saying, let us go and serve other gods, other powers, other religions, which thou hast not known, thou nor thy fathers, namely of the gods of the people which are round about you. Come on now. That's deep right there, because the people that's around us, what religion were we following going into slavery? What religion were we following before the so-called white man came here and took us off our land? Or came and got us from Europe, came and got us in Africa, different places that we were scattered in as the Israelites? Or were we following the law, statutes, commandments, as Most High said? 1/3 of us always did. 2/3, no, they learned the way of the heathen. They was doing some wicked stuff. That's why we went into captivity. So, and what they did in the Inquisition, they took the children and they made them learn religions, Christianity and so forth. So when they came here, they already were indoctrinated. There's something familiar with them. You take a child, they're like a rubber band. You stretch them, they come right back to where they were at. So they learned Christianity, stretched them coming across the waters to here. They got here, they was already programmed into it. You see? That's another God, or other gods, which we didn't know anything about. Verse 7, namely of the gods of the people which are round about you. You're going to tell me that this don't represent a God? Their God? They came and told me. They represent Satan in Pasadena, California. And they brought this picture with them. They had a big picture just like this of Caesar Borgia. This is our God right here. So you can't tell me that it ain't. And I went to West Angeles, Bible study dealing with grace and mercy. They had Caesar Borgia on one wall. It said God underneath it. That's the one that you see that everybody believe in. Then they had on the other side of the wall, bolted in the wall, they had the Jehovah's Witness, Jesus. Both of them so-called white men. I asked them about this. This is who you talking about. When y'all say Jesus, this is who you talk about, right? Which one is it? Because they had the one on this end of the wall and they had another on the other end of the wall. Bolted in, you can't move them. Bolted into the wall. Come on now, that's confusion. But we read the Bible talking about Jesus, but you got two different pictures up here and they both said God underneath them. So you figure. I know what the scripture says. Namely of the gods of the people which are round about you, nigh unto thee, or far off from thee, from the one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth, like this end of the earth that we're in right now, over here in America. Now, which one you gonna serve? Which one are these we talking about when y'all talk about Jesus? Because there's two different pictures up here on this wall. And plus, I can show you what it is that we dealing with right now as a people. Being lost. Thou shalt not consider to him, nor hearken unto him. You say, don't consider him, don't listen to him. Neither shalt thou eye pity him. This is what he say. Neither shalt thou spare. You couldn't do this back in the day. Neither shalt thou conceal him. Don't be trying to conceal him away from everybody, knowing that he came you secretly trying to get you to follow one of these religions or some other kind of God. Besides the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Don't conceal him, he say, but thou shalt surely kill him. You hear that? Thine hand shall be first upon him to put him to death. And afterward, the hand of all the people. You hear that? That's how serious this is. But y'all take this lightly. And y'all think y'all gonna be able to go to the kingdom. This is serious. And thou shalt stone him with stones that he die, because he hath sought to thrust thee away from the Most High thy power, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. And all what you stone him to death, And he's saying, all Israel shall hear. They're going to hear about it. You know how we are. We're going to talk about that. And fear. Oh, yeah. Ain't going to want to do this no more. Because the same thing happened to you. If you do that, bringing in some new doctrine, some new religion or something like that, new gods. He said the gods that the people that are around us serve. Because I tell you in Psalm 96:5, for all the gods of the nations are idols. If they're not talking about the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, then it's some other God. It's some other power. You see? I don't even like saying that word God because it's dog spelled backwards. That's where he got the word God from. And myself said, call them all dogs. In Mark 7:24 down, when he walked the earth in the flesh. But see, that's not brought out because that would put point the finger at the Greeks. Because the woman was a Greek who we called that. And they took that word and flipped it around and came up with God. The Europeans did that. Look it up. I'm not just, and Lord too. They made us call them God and Lord. That's why it's to this day in the Bibles, that's who's there. Their pictures. That's who? God. And the Mashiach Yahushua, who they call Jesus Christ. That's them. And all Israel shall hear and fear and shall do no more any such wickedness as this is among you. See? You got to understand, when we had our own way that the Most High told us how it's got to be in the wilderness, when we came out of Egyptian captivity, he had to reform our minds. Like our minds have to be reformed now from being Edomanized, from how they have destroyed us, to the point where we don't even know who we are. Here we know we're Israelites. Look, we know we're Israelites. When you read the Bible, we know who we are. Except for we got into the Greek Empire. The Edomites took away the fact that we were and are the Israelites. Then and now. Nothing new under the sun. That's why Deuteronomy 1:1 says, these be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel. See? So we knew we were Israelites on this side of Jordan in the wilderness. See? So these are the things that we're looking at as we go through this and we contemplate on how we got to change. We got to look at what it was that worked, and we to look at spirits and demons in people and evil spirits in people, which is wickedness, which is evil in someone. We got to look at the case scenarios of who it was and what they did and the judgment that the Most High put upon them. Because it's coming back. Believe this. Judgment coming back. Right now we're in the mercy and grace. But that mercy and grace is going to be lifted up, Yasharallah. It's going to be back to the way the Most High wanted. Whether you like it or not. He going to bring it forth. Listen. 12. Verse 12. If thou shalt hear say one of thy cities, which the Most High thy power have given thee to dwell there, saying, certain men, the children of Belial, are gone out from among you and have withdrawn the inhabitants of their city, saying, let us go and serve other powers. It says gods here, but gods is power. Powers, which ye have not known. Now, that's what I say. I said it, I'll say it again. You that have learned this truth, know what this Bible is talking about, because I have 104 different identities of who we are as a people. 104. So we are definitely the lost 12 tribes of Israel, without a shadow of a doubt. But if somebody come and they try and take you away from you knowing the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and Jacob's name was changed to Israel, we became the Israelites. And as the Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel, here we are. If we take the time to just think and look at all that you've been subject to learning, and the Most High thought enough of us to bring us out of darkness. I'll say gross darkness because Esau, when he got in power, he put the people in gross ignorance. As today, as it is today. Why our people believe that he is the Most High. Our people believe that he is the Mashiach Yahushua. Our people believe that the Jewish people that claim to be the Jews are the real, true, ethical, biblical Jews of this Bible, which is a lie. They cannot prove that. Not with this Bible. Just the Bible we're talking about. That's all we need is the Bible. Period. So they believe that everybody in the Bible is so-called Caucasian. Our people believe that. They said it. I've heard it over and over again. And I asked people, okay, well, do you believe since the Most High is a so-called white man, or Mashiach Messiah is a so-called white man, you believe that they're coming back from the fourth dimension to this earth and set righteousness on this earth? And I ain't found no Edomite that says yes. They laugh. Nah. They say no. But that's the spirit of the Most High dwelling in them to make them deal with telling the truth. Our people say yeah. Our people say yeah. They're Israelites, but they say yeah. They say no. Think about it. So we amongst them, and we dealing with all these different religions that has been approached upon us, and here we are, lost like nobody's business, man. Until this day, man. It's sad. You would say, verse 13, Deuteronomy 13 chapter. Certain men, the children of Belial, are gone out from among you and have withdrawn the inhabitants of their city, drawing people to them. Like a lot of these preachers, they're drawing people to them, these mega churches, and some don't have to be mega churches, but they still follow the same doctrine as these mega churches, saying, let us go and serve other gods, which ye have not known. Then shalt thou inquire and make search. You're hearing about this. You say, go out and inquire and make search, investigate it, in other words, and ask diligently. And behold, if it be truth, if they doing this, and the thing's certain, that such abomination is wrought among you, thou shalt surely smite, kill the inhabitants of that city. Listen what he's saying. Thou shalt surely smite, which means kill the inhabitants, that means the people of that city, with the edge of the sword. He said, kill them all. Thus said the Most High, destroying it utterly, and all that is therein, and the cattle thereof. Kill the cattle too, with the edge of the sword. And thou shalt gather all the spoil of it in the midst of the street thereof. Mind you, they out here following some other power. And got everybody in the city following them. Following their wickedness, their evil. Mosiah said, thou shalt gather all the spoil of it. Take everything they got. Because a lot of times whenever you put down an army or something, you can get whatever they have. That's why they had their best. You went out with your best on, best attire on, best garments on, decked with jewels and so forth. So if you win, you get whatever that enemy of yours that died, you could take whatever. That's called the spoils. But the Most High tells us this case, since you got all this whole city following another power, that's why I say y'all gotta understand. When you say his neighbor is jealous, but y'all saying that you ain't got to follow him, you ain't got to follow his rules and regulations, his laws, statutes, commandments, and making him angry, bringing his indignation, his woes, destruction, and fury. This is what he said. This to us to do. This for the Most High, who's a man of war, Exodus 15:3 says. And thou shalt gather all the spoil of it into the midst of the street thereof, and shalt burn with fire the city. Hear that? Burn that city down. And all the spoil thereof. Every whit. He said everything for the Most High thy power. You that? For who? For the Most High our power. That's what he's saying. And it shall be a heap forever. Burn it. It shall not be built again. Thus say the Most High. And there shall cleave not nothing of the cursed thing to thine hand. Don't grab nothing. That's why I say take everything and put it in the middle of the street and burn it. And burn that whole city down. And don't build it. Make sure it don't ever be built again. And there shall cleave not me nothing of the cursed thing to thine hand, that the Most High may turn from the fierceness of his anger. You hear that? That the Most High could turn from the fierceness of his anger. You think that was something? He said, you better do this here. Or let me bring my fierceness of my anger upon this city and the people and show thee mercy. If he didn't do it, he tell him, hey, you don't do what I say do, then I'm going to bring the fierceness of my anger on you. But if you do what I say do, I'm going to give you mercy and show thee mercy, which is not getting something you do deserve. And have compassion upon thee. I'm going to have compassion upon you. I'm going to have mercy. I'm going to have compassion on you. And multiply thee, give you a lot of children, as he has sworn unto thy fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And Jacob's name being changed to Israel, and he becoming the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. When thou shalt hearken to the voice of the Most High, thy power, your power, Yasharallah, Israelites, to keep all his commandments, which I command thee this day, to do that which is right in the eyes of the Most High, thy power. See, y'all know him like this? Is that your power? That's my power. All day, all night, 24/7. He said, burn down the city, burn everybody up, and take everything they got and put it in the middle of the street and burn it up. To take away the fierceness of his anger from us. If you don't do it. Just like he told us, hey, you got to come back to me. What you think? He coming back to give you roses and all the spoils of this world. They say, well, have all the Esau's possessions. You going to get it? You don't do what he say do? No. You going to get it, man. He going to put you to death. As we see in here. Let's go to Deuteronomy 17th chapter. We'll start at 2nd verse. If there be found among you within any of thy gates, which the Most High thy power giveth thee, man or woman, that have wrought wickedness in the sight of the Most High thy power, and transgressing his covenant, transgressing his laws, right? That's his covenant, his laws that he gave us, and have gone and served other gods. He's serious about this, y'all. You can think all you want to and believe these pork chop eating preachers telling you ain't got to follow the Most High and saying you ain't following his rules and regulations. If you want to, you better hear the word of the Most High, what he's saying. If there be found among you within any of thy gates, which the Most High thy power giveth thee, man or woman, that have wrought wickedness in the sight of the Most High thy power, and transgressing his covenant, transgressing his laws, sinning, you sinning, you sinners, he said, and have gone and served other gods. Like, you know, who's really dealing with following the Most High rules and regulations here in these religions? I said it again. Show me the religion that's following the moral laws, civil laws, dietary laws, ceremonial laws, and then taught about the sacrificial law, and keeping the feast days, keeping the new moon feast, keeping the holy Sabbath as you're supposed to. Which one? If not, then they serving other gods. They not doing what he say do. So who they following? The gods of the nations that are around us, that allow them to do what they do, to keep you from coming back to this knowledge, this understanding of this truth. Sad, but it's real. Verse 3, and have gone and served other gods and worship them, either the sun, listen to that, either the sun. So if your religion got the symbol of the sun, either the sun or moon, got the symbol of the moon, or any other host of heaven, comets or whatever, they got stars and so forth, which I have not commanded, and it be told thee, you hear about this, and thou hast heard of it, and inquired diligently, doing your investigation, and behold, it be true, and the thing certain that such abomination is wrought in Israel. This is what he say. Then shalt thou put forth that man or that woman which have committed that wicked thing unto thy gates, even that man or that woman that's rolling with these demons, that's rolling with these evil spirits, and having people follow other powers besides the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And if you're not of the 12 tribes of Israel, he's not your power. Point blank. That's why he said, my name is the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob. And Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. You can't hear me say it enough, because if you're not of the 12 tribes of Israel, he is not your power. He don't even know you. Listen. Then shall I bring that man or that woman which have committed that wicked thing unto thy gates, even that man or that woman, and shall stone them with stones till they die. He said, at the mouth of 2 witnesses or 3 witnesses shall he that is worthy of death be put to death. But it's a condition, at the mouth of 1 person or 1 witness, he shall not be put to death. Got to be 2 or 3 witnesses before he be put to death. Not just one man saying this happened, or 1 woman saying this happened. It's got to be 2 or 3. The hands of the witnesses shall be first upon him to put him to death, and afterward the hands of all the people. So thou shalt put the evil away from among you. See? Thus say the Most High. Make it mean something different. Break it down different. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory to me. Just what we did. Verse 12. And the man that will do presumptuously, you know this right, you're going to do what's wrong, according to the commandments of the Most High, and will not hearken unto the priest that standeth to minister there before the Most High thy power, or unto the judge, even that man shall die. That's how important this is. And thou shalt put away the evil from Israel. That's what it's all about. Putting away the evil from Israel. And all the people shall hear. They're going to hear that this man did this before the priests and the judges. And they put him to death. And the people of Israel are going to hear and fear. See, that's the problem with everybody. A lot of people right now, say 2/3 of our people, they don't fear the Most High. But they're going to hear this whenever you see death. Oh, yeah, that puts a different spirit in you. They're going to hear this and fear. And do no more presumptuously, right? That's why when we look at Numbers 15 and 30, Numbers 15 and 30, the law says, but the soul that doeth aught presumptuously, whether he be born in the land or a stranger, the same reproaches the Most High. You know, you're disgracing the Most High. When y'all saying y'all got to do what the Most High says for us to do, you're reproaching the Most High. You're disgracing the Most High. And you're doing things that you know are wrong. Presumptuously, whether he be born in the land or a stranger, the same reproaches the Most High, and that soul shall be cut off from among his people, as it is written. You know, you bring a reproach before the Most High, disgracing him. It's close to blasphemy. It's serious, y'all. Well, we got to learn it, live it, and apply it in our life every day. This ain't just for the Sabbath. This is every day of our life. We learning how to be righteous according to the Most High. Look at this. Case scenario. Deuteronomy, the 1st chapter. And the Most High took the little ones, our children, into the promised land. Let's look at Deuteronomy 1, and let's start at verse 41. It says, Then you answered and said unto me, we have sinned against the Most High. We will go up and fight, according to all that the Most High our power commanded us. And when ye had girded your on every man his weapons of war, you were ready to go up into the hill put the weapons of war on, ready to go to fight in the battle. And the Most High said unto me, saying to them, saying to these Israelites, go not up. You better not go up. Say, don't go up there, neither fight. Say, don't go up there, neither fight. For I am not among you. You hear this? He said, don't go up there and fight, because I am not with you. I ain't among you. Leave ye, lest ye be smitten before your enemies. Lest you gonna die before your enemies. They're gonna prevail over you. So I spake unto you, and you would not hear. Hear that? Like the messengers of the Most High speaking to you right now. In all these different topics, and you won't hear in these last days. A lot of you won't hear. Y'all just say, oh, well, everybody's the same. Everybody not the same. You being told certain things that should penetrate your mind. And don't do presumptuous sin. You're going to find out. Because the Most High said unto me, say unto them, go not up, neither fight. For I am not among you, lest you be smitten before your enemies. And think about it. Somebody said, come on, let's go do this. And you know they ain't in the spirit. You know they ain't rolling with the Most High. The Most High ain't rolling with them, then you get jacked up. Behind somebody that ain't in the spirit, Most High say, I ain't among you. And you know the Most High ain't with them, but you going rolling with them. Because your mind is telling you something. Or you might be in the same spirit that you always been and ain't really changed and realize, wait a minute, I got to make sure the Most High down with this. You end up getting caught up in something. So this is what Israel did. So I spake unto you. So I spake unto you, and you would not hear, but rebelled against the commandment of the Most High and went presumptuously up into the hill. I'm going to do what I want to do. And the Amorites, which dwell in that mountain, came out against you and chased you, as bees do. You know how bees be? You mess with that bee, they just, I'm going to get you. So they came out like bees do, and destroyed you in Seir, even unto Hormah. And ye returned and wept before the Most High. We came back and cried to the Most High. Then, once we've been jacked up. But the Most High would not hearken to your voice. See, that's serious. Because we got to cry for the last time for the Most High to hear our voice and redeem us from our captivity. But all you that don't want to listen, all you that want to follow your own way, presumptuously way, they ain't gonna listen to you. Your cry don't mean nothing. Gonna be a whole lot of people gonna be put to death, gonna be crying. Oh, I'm gonna just cry till you're gonna cry then. But it's too late. Because you done did all this presumptuous sin, knowing what's wrong, knowing doing that's wrong, that Most High eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of man and seeing all the secret things that you're doing that's being put in the books against us. And you're gonna cry to him, you're gonna, hey, look. And you returned and wept before the Most High, because they whipped our butts, tore us up. So we come and crying before the Most High. The Most High just told us, don't go up there and fight, because he ain't with us. You're going to lose. He told us, look, lest ye be smitten before your enemies, right? Don't go up there and fight, lest ye be smitten before your enemies. Like the Most High word is telling us certain things, but you're going to follow some other way, your own way. Or somebody else going to tell you to come over here and do this and do that. Or somebody, you're going to follow the way of someone else that not in the spirit. Then you're going to cry to the Most High. But the Most High would not hearken to your voice, nor give ear unto you. Hear that? So I don't want to hear what you got to say. Get out my face, in other words. Hebrews 10, 26. Hebrews 10 and 26. That's deep, man. You in a situation. That's why you got to pray on things. You got to get counsel. You got to know what you're doing before you just jump into something. Something happened, next thing you know, you in it. Next thing you know, you jacked up behind some silliness, some stupid stuff. Hebrews 10, 26. For if we sin willfully, Hear that? And we sin willfully. After that, we have received the knowledge of the truth. There remaineth no more sacrifice for sins. Master Shah said, I am not going to the Most High with groanings that we can't even feel. It so sad. I'm not going to the Most High on your behalf. That's what he's saying. That's why the Most High said, you heard him say, I ain't going to hear what you got to say. You ain't want to listen to me? All this time I've been bringing forth this truth to you, and now you're going to not want to listen to me? Or you want to just do what you want to do, how you want to do it? Because that's sin. The Most High say, don't do this, you do it. He say, do this, you don't do it. That's sin. His rules and regulations. You just heard it. He said, don't go up there because I ain't with you. I know that you can't win this battle. However I want to do it, I'm telling you, don't do it. Or you're going to be spent by your enemies. So they chased us and, they killed a lot of us. Then we crying to the Most High. Death get our attention. So we crying to the Most High. He said, I told you don't go up there. Say, I ain't going to listen to you. I ain't going to even listen to you. When you cry to me, I ain't going to even hear you. That's serious, y'all. That's really, really serious. Look at 2 Peter's 2 Peter's 2 and 20. 2 Peter's 2 and 20. For after that ye have escaped the pollutions of the world through the knowledge of our Master and Savior, Mashiach Yahushai. You've been cleaned up. You're learning the truth. You learn the word of the Most High, the laws of the Most High, the commandments of the Most High, the judgments of the Most High. We just read. They are again entangled therein. You go back out there. You allow somebody of the world that's not in the truth to lead you the wrong way, I might say. You entangled therein because they're the world. The Most High ain't rolling with them, but he's rolling with you. But then you done follow somebody in the world that he's not rolling with. You are entangled therein and overcome. The latter end is worse than with them than the beginning. Hear that? The latter end of us is worse than in the beginning. When you start to come in to learn how to clean yourself up and change to be a better person in the eyes of the Most High. See, a lot of y'all concerned about how somebody look at you. I don't care about how nobody look at me. I'm going to be how I'm going to be that's going to please the Most High. Point blank. That's it. And feel whenever I done something wrong or something, you gotta know and repent. But keep going toward being righteous. That power that the Most High give you and being perfect. Because he's labored to make us perfect. So you don't want to get in his labor. You don't want to make his labor void, do you? No. That's why it says, for it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness. We know righteousness is keeping of the commandments of the Most High. Deuteronomy 6 and 25 all day long. It ain't going nowhere. You see? Then, after they have known it, after you have known righteousness and knowing how to keep the Most High's laws, statutes, commandments, to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them. You see? Just like he said, what you look like, or what would I look at like? All you that know me, know of me, I'll say. And those that know me, all of a sudden, I'm telling you, I ain't no Hebrew Israelite no more. I'm not the people of the book no more. I'm going back to the Baptist church. Y'all think I done lost my mind, right? I'm going to be a Jehovah's Witness. I'm going backwards. You see what I'm saying? I done lost it. Because I'm going to lose what I have. I'm going to lose it all. And you're going to lose it all if you go backwards. Everybody that went backwards, they don't have the same understanding. You're going to lose it. And remember, I showed you how that spirit, that unclean spirit that come out of you, going to go get a complete number of spirits to destroy you. Why, you're going to never be the same. You're going to never be the same. Ever. Because the Most High, if you had an opportunity to come into someone or come among someone that told you the truth of this Bible, of the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and you, in your wildest dream, think you can go backwards to any of these religions that we just said. I just said they dealing with another God. They're not dealing with nationality. Prove it. Show me that they dealing with the moral laws, the civil laws, the dietary laws, the ceremonial laws. Those are the Most High's laws. He wrote those laws and commandments with his finger. And you saying that you're not under the law? Because you read the scripture say that we're not under the law. We're not under the law of sacrifice, y'all. Now our body's got to be a living sacrifice. Are you doing that? Are they doing that? I want somebody to come forth and show me that these religions are doing that. They're following what this Bible is saying. They're identifying in Psalms 83rd chapter the enemies and the haters of the Most High as nations. Come on now. Or are they compromising? I can't say that because I might lose my 501c3 or whatever they're dealing with the system, I might say. Or their system of things, so it makes sure they get their money. This ain't about no money, y'all. This is about our spirit. Getting it together that we could be able to make it to the kingdom. No more, no less. But for it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness. Those that have been called, because many are called, but few are chosen. Many have been called. They've been called in. He said it's been better for them to not know the way of righteousness than after they have known it. And they've been around hearing the laws of the Most High. We just went through laws now. If you hear this lesson, we just went over the laws just now. Some laws just now. So when they hear the way of righteousness, been better for them after that they have known it to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them. This is how he compare you. But it has happened unto them according to the true proverb, the dog, he called you a dog, is turned to his own vomit again. Ugh. Not only that, he said, and the filthy McNasty pig that was washed, you look at us, you gotta understand what he's saying. Now, that pig is a real nasty animal that eat out of his doo-doo. I can't put it no clearer than this to you. Eat food out of his own crap. That's why they call it slop. So you wallowing in your own crap, your own, this how McNasty, filthy McNasty this is. You eating from the toilet. You got whatever's in the toilet all over your body, doo-doo all over your body. You eating from the toilet. You got your food got to go into the doo-doo. You eating it. That's how you look at it. And you've been cleaned up. Like you say, and the soda, a nasty pig that does that in a slop, I got to put it so you can feel this. The nasty pig that was washed, that's us washed, being washed, to her wallowing in the murk, wallowing back into that nasty slop where you eating your food from your crap that you come out of your body. On top of that, put it all over your body. Walking around like you somebody. That's how he look at you. That's why he say how you cleaned up. He cleaned you up. St. John 15:3. He said, now you are clean. Took all that mess, all that filthy, nasty mess off of you through the word which I have spoken unto you. You see? Ephesians 5:26. But he look at you, if you go back, you just like that. Shame on you. And they have a different kind of spirit. Because remember, you got a complete number of spirits that's coming on them. That's waiting for them to come out. They came in the truth. They've been in the truth. Next thing you know, they out of the truth and got a complete number of spirits waiting on them. Then he go get his boys. That's more wicked than him. Better understand. Ephesians 5:26. That ye might sanctify and cleanse it. How? With the washing of water by the word. See? The word cleans us up. That's how we learning how to be clean before the Most High's eyes. It's very important. So from there, let's go back to Deuteronomy, back to the law. Deuteronomy 19th chapter. We're looking at these evil spirits and demons, wickedness, sins, iniquity in people. Deuteronomy 19th chapter, the 16th verse. If a false witness rise up against any man to testify against him that which is wrong. So that's a lie. Somebody come and lie on you. That's a false witness. Somebody that come and lie on you. Then both the men between whom the controversy is shall stand before the Most High, before the priests and the judges, which shall be in those days. So both men got to come before the judges and the priests. And the judges shall make diligent inquisition, going to investigate whether it's true or false against this man. And behold, if the witness be a false witness, in other words, he lied, and have testified falsely against his brother, then shall ye do unto him as he had thought to have done unto his brother. So shall I put the evil away from among you. Hear that? Do to him just what he thought to do to his brother. And when you do that, then you're going to put away this evil that's in his brother, lying on his brother, away from among you, among our congregation. And those which remain shall hear and fear. Those that remain shall hear and fear. You hear that? Certain things the Most High speak once, say twice, to get our attention. You keep hearing this. And those that shall hear, gonna fear. You see? And shall henceforth commit no more any such evil among you. And thine eye shall not pity, but life shall go for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. What he thought to do. That's why you got to understand, y'all. I got one more that I wanted to bring out on this. You know what's right, you do what's wrong. Go to Proverbs, the first chapter. And we're going to look at verse 7. It says, the fear of the Most High. Remember, it said you're going to hear and fear. You heard that, right? They're going to hear, or people going to hear and fear. The fear of the Most High, to be afraid, to be scared of the Most High, is the beginning of knowledge. But fools despise wisdom. A fool going to hate what it is